My name is Pamela Dixon. I decided to contact an attorney because we were down in a public venue taking engagement pictures on what was supposed to be the happiest moment of my life. It turned out to be one of the most dramatic moments of my life, definitely in terms of preparing for what's supposed to be a happy day, my wedding day. That day I was assaulted by a security officer in a public venue, and I thought that something needed to be done. I was being ignored by management, and we wanted to make sure that this wouldn't happen to anyone else. I did not know what type of attorney I was looking for at the time. I just knew that I needed to speak to someone. Mr. Dinizulu is a friend I've known for almost 20 years, and I knew he practiced law and was a good resource to at least start with. I contacted Mr. Dinizulu about my case. I met with him to give him a brief description of what happened. The Dinizulu Law Group was able to help me understand that what happened to me was not normal, it was not right, and help me proceed with getting closure to the case. My interaction with Dinizulu Law Group was completely professional. They were courteous. They answered my questions. They went above and beyond to make sure I understood every aspect of the case that we were potentially going forward with. I did have to give a sworn statement with my counsel. I had never done a deposition before. When I had to give a deposition, the Dinizulu Law Group and his team was able to help me get prepared by talking me through the process, helping me to understand what types of questions might be asked, the setting that I would be in, as whether it be through a jury or arbitration. He helped me really prepare for the challenge ahead. The most important thing I wanted to get across in telling my story is I wanted the management team that was involved with this situation, I wanted them to understand and know what had happened. I reached out to management, high level. I got no response. They pretty much ignored me, and this was pretty much acceptable. I wanted them to hear my case. I wanted some action to be taken against the security officer that assaulted me. The results of the case really helped me to get closure. One of the things that I struggled with this case is, the person continued to remain employed. Again, the management team did absolutely nothing. It was as if I didn't matter, and I really wanted there to be something done to send a message. My injuries in this case was that I had a torn labrum in my shoulder. I had a bruised left knee. I ended up having surgery to have my shoulder repaired, which left a scar. I was able to get compensation in this case. I was compensated for my surgeries, the pain and suffering, and more importantly, the emotional distress from the altercation itself. The Dinizulu Law Group and team were able to identify that the person that assaulted me in a public venue had a history of being violent. She had a history of being reprimanded, and absolutely nothing was done. He was able to identify a scenario after scenario of situations where this person should have been terminated, and she was not. She was a ticking time bomb, as it turned out, and he was able to uncover this. The Dinizulu Law Group is an exceptional team that completely goes out of their way to look after their clients. I went into this case not really knowing what to expect, but I knew that what happened to me was not right and it was not fair, and something should be done about it because the company decided that there was nothing they were going to do. Dinizulu Law Group assured me that there was something to look into. They went above and beyond in terms of understanding the case, in terms of understanding how we can get closure to it. I would absolutely, emphatically recommend the Dinizulu Law Group to anyone that has a case where even if they're just not sure of what they should do. They're exceptionally professional. He puts all into the case. He's extremely passionate, and he cares about the results. He keeps you informed, and you will walk away feeling like there was no stone left unturned because you felt like you got the best you could possibly get. One of the other things that I identified as I started to work with Dinizulu Law Group is that they're not just attorneys, but they use the best technology possible so that when they actually go to work on your behalf, they're doing it efficiently and they're doing it professionally. And I would choose them all over again.